Scarcity makes you deranged. It makes you crazy, even when it's not actually real, even when it's just an illusion of scarcity. That's why I want my next big work to be a spell against scarcity. I've chosen an idea. How do we choose? Choosing the idea is actually pretty easy. I ask the audience what they think, and then whichever idea feels the most juicy and alive to me is usually the one that I go with, and usually the audience agrees with my feeling. On that note, the theme of this new work is dripping, juicy, succulent, ripe, bursting, fecund, fertile, abundant, sweet, delicious, bloody. That's the vibe. I had to isolate myself for like a full day to get it there. And the idea changed in the process in a way that I was not expecting. At first, I was just looking for the pulse. That means drafting. And of course, the inevitable first draft where I overcompensate and make the figures way too large. And then there's the inevitable naked photo shoot on the kitchen table, praying that my roommate wouldn't come home in the middle. But while I was drafting this, I kept having this tug of war between old wounds and the new discipline around love that I'm practicing and learning. And this Three of Swords type of energy came up, like Passion of the Christ, but feminine version. And these ideas felt very conflicting, so I thought they were going to have to stay separate. But then in the evening, I went for a walk to untangle some things. And as much as I wanted to be in this abundant, fertile energy, this Three of Swords kept coming up. And I just kept thinking about the Passion of the Christ for some reason. And I realized that I have to integrate everything, the pleasure and the pain together. Even though I want to shed this Christian addiction to suffering, the pain is still there. It can't just be ignored. So once I came back, I tapped in with Lilith to see what she would think. And she said, closer and bloody. She meant make the figures closer together and make it bloody. So I sketched the figures differently. And then I saw how these two conflicting energies I was feeling would go together. And I thought maybe I just need to bring everything to the table all at once. And I realized that the woman is going to be bleeding while she's on the table being fed food. And I will admit, I do have some resistance to this idea. And I'm not sure if she's bleeding menstrual blood or blood from a wound. But in all the Abrahamic faiths, menstrual blood is considered dirty. But in my opinion, it's not actually dirty. People are just afraid of its power. So I know that a lot of people are going to hate this idea, and part of me thinks that I shouldn't go ahead with it. But another part of me really wants to and feels like I have to do it. So next week, I'm going to show you another draft, and I'm going to read you some of the words that go with this imagery. And until then, I will see you over email. Toodles.